Right. Next day, please try to come on time, right? Without taking much time, then we can start the lesson without taking much time. Okay. We discussed about this lesson. We were discussing about the processor or the computer's processor. Actually, so when it comes to the processor is the main component of the computer, right? Processor is the main component of the computer. So that is similar to brain. So we learned that, right? Processor is the main component of the computer. That is similar to brain of the computer, right? But before we begin, still some student asked, so they missed grade 6. Okay, for them. So there are, this is for them, right? Those who missed grade 6. There are actually 6 major categories of computer hardware. There are 6 major categories of computer hardware. So what are they?
Input device,
there are 6
output
major
device.
categories of computer hardware. So the first one is input devices. Input devices. Actually, we have already discussed this Pute in grade 6. But while at grade 6 miss una nan, ugalo දැන් මේක ලියාගත්තට කමක් නැහැ. So those who got the note or those who have not received the note, both parties can write this if you have not learned that. Okay, the input devices, example, keyboard, mouse, scanner, webcam, microphone, joystick. Those are input devices. And the second category is output devices. So devices which are used to produce some result. So devices which are used to take some input into the computer, we call input devices. Devices which are used to produce some output, we call them output devices. Okay, 2 categories, input devices and output devices. Input devices and output devices. Okay, what are the output devices? Screen or monitor. Screen or monitor.
Speakers.
Then mouse. Sorry, printer.
Plotter.
Then speaker. Then multimedia projector. So those are the output devices. So then the third category is memory. Main memory. So one is random access memory. Random access memory or the main memory. These are temporary storage. It's a volatile memory. Volatile means temporary. Apita wage. Apita ටිකක් වෙලාවකින් අමතකයි නේද? So I said that you have to join on time, but Abhinu just forgot it and just remembered how to join and then suddenly came to the class. Is that Abhinu?
No, sir. I had the power cut, sir.
Right. Okay.
Because
Then, yeah. So volatile memories are like that, Abhinu. When power cut is there, so volatile memory is not working. Very good example. Thank you. Right. When power cuts are there, volatile memory is not working. Again, power එක නැත්තම් volatile memory එක වැඩ කරන්නේ. Very good example, Abhinu. Thank you. Right. Okay. So when similar to that, right? I was like just kidding, but just that is similar. When power is not there, this memory is not working. When power is in current එක නැතිකොට RAM එකේ memory එක නැහැ. So that's how RAM is working. From yes.
Sir, can you send the note after to the chat after finishing this?
Yeah, sure. ROM is read-only memory. That is content stored by the manufacturer at creation time. Actually, ROM holds content stored by the manufacturer at the creation time. Is also a type of memory in your computer. So one is RAM, the other one is ROM. Shevin, Yugit. Shevin, did you join? Okay. Yugit still in the lobby. So now I have to go back and bring Yugit. So why don't you read the screen messages, Puti? I don't know why.
Sir, I just came home, sir.
Sorry?
I just came home.
Yeah, but I was inviting you to join to the correct room and you are staying there. So that's Yugit is also similar. So she's also staying there.
I was logging in the car. That's why I couldn't join. So I came with my computer now.
So can you send the note to the chat?
Okay, sure. So just give me a second.
Excuse me. Sir, breakout room එක නැතුව ගියානේ.
Yes, I had to close that because you are outside so some of you are outside the room and I have to like bring you to the main point. That's why I decided to close that and bring you all to here. Because some are in the lobby, I have to come back and bring you to the room. That is headache. That's why I'm just thinking, putting you in all in a single room. Okay, 3 seconds, within 3 seconds, everyone should come here. Okay.
In the time, can you send the note, please?
I think all are here, right?
Yes,
Yes, there are 22.
Yes, sir.
22, yes, 22.
24.
24.
And 25.
26.
Right, okay, good. Right. So actually, so I was thinking that you can read screen messages, but it seems some are right, not reading the messages, that's it. Okay, anyway. Then.
Excuse me, sir.
Yes.
Sir, මම එකපාරට මේ ක්ලාස් එකේ ඉඳිද්දි මේ කම්පියුටර් එකෙන් ඒකේ ස්ක්‍රීන් එක මේ ඉරි යන්න ගත්තා සර්. ඊට පස්සේ අමුතු මේ සද්දයක් එන්න ගත්තා. මේ ඊට පස්සේ මේ මවුස් එකේ හට මෙහාට එහෙම යවා ගන්න බැරි වුණා සර්.
Might be an alien attack, seems. Right. Okay. So ඒක කියපු විදියට මට හිතෙන්නේ මේ වගේ එකක්. Right, okay, anyway, so it can be a software problem, not sure. So, but I think now it's okay, right?
නෑ සර් තාමත් හරි ගිහිල්ලා නෑ. මම ඊට පස්සේ මේ ඒක මේ ඕෆ් කරන්න විදියක් නෑ සර්. මේ ෂට් ඩවුන් කරන්න විදියක් නැති වුණා. ඊට පස්සේ සර් මම ඒකේ මේ පවර් බටන් එක ක්ලික් කරලා බැලුවා සර්. ඒත් මේ ඕෆ් වුණේ නෑ. ඊට පස්සේ මම මේ UPS එකෙන් ඕෆ් කළා. මේ ආයිත් UPS එක ඔන් කළා. මේ මේ ඊට පස්සේ කම්පියුටර් එක on කරා ඒත් මේ එතකොට මේ කම්පියුටර් එක මුකුත්ම on වෙනවා එතකොට
මෙහෙමයි වෙලා
fancy
තියෙන්නේ.
අරගෙන
desktop එකක්
සතුටු
තියෙන්නේ. You have desktop.
yes sir
Okay, so RAM එක පොඩ්ඩක් මේ සුද්ධ කරලා මේව කරලා අපෝ plug කරන්න. එතකොට හරියි.
okay sir
හරි. Okay.
Sir,
Yes.
the note chat after finishing, sir.
Okay, I'll send you the note. Don't worry, I'll send you the note. All of you will get the note, right? All of you will get the note because you have a shared copy of note. So if you have not received the note, don't worry. Please inform Ms. Chaturika and she will send you the note.
Sir, I have that note. Can I edit it?
Yeah, you can edit. You have one copy, so don't worry, edit it. ඔයාලට තනි copy එක දීලා තියෙන්නේ. ඔයාලට ඕන විදිහට edit කරන්න. You can edit it. Don't worry. Okay, then right. So then the next one is storage devices. You know, the memory is temporary, you know, volatile, you know, it's temporary one. But then you have the storage devices which is permanent. So CD means compact disk. Compact disk. And then DVD, digital versatile disk. Digital versatile disk. So these are hard disk, Blu-ray disk. SSD means solid
State drive.
state drive. Solid state drive කියන්නේ ඒකේ කැරකෙන කොටස් නෑ පුතේ. So no part, no moving parts. And compact disk is rotating, no. CD එකක් දැම්මම මේ CD එක කැරකෙන සද්ද වලට ඇහෙනව නේද? ට්‍රී ගාලා කැරකෙනවා CD එක. When you put a CD or DVD, you can see it's rotating. Hard disk එකත් එහෙමයි. Hard disk එකේ නම් සද්ද ඇහෙන්නේ නැහැ ලොකුවට. But hard disk is also rotating, right? Blu-ray is also rotating. But pen drive and SSD, these are called solid state because those are not rotating, those are not moving. So memory cards, pen drive, ඒවා කැරකෙන්නේ නැහැ. Right? Pen drives, memory cards, all these are called SSD memories, solid state drives, solid state memories. Solid state means not moving. Pen drives, memory cards, hard disk, solid state hard disk, all in under that category. Okay, then the fifth component is processing devices. Processing device. Actually, two kind of processing devices are there in nowadays. In computers, there are two kind of processing. The first one is called CPU. The other one is, what is the second one?
GPU.
GPU. Yes, correct. The first one is CPU, which is called Central Processing Unit. The second one, the other one is called GPU. It is Graphic Processing Unit. Yes, correct. Two processors. Which is better? CPU or GPU?
CPU.
GPU. GPU is powerful, right? Earlier days, like CPU was powerful, but nowadays GPU is really powerful, having more core.
So, but I think a computer can't run without a CPU.
Yes, computer is compulsory. CPU is compulsory. Even GPU is powerful. Computer cannot run without a CPU. Eka hari. GPU powerful unata. CPU එකක් නැතුව computer එකක් run කරන්න බෑ. CPU is the brain of the computer. And the last category is communication devices. Please write down that as well. You can edit the note, communication devices. And we can check whether you have edited the note or not. ඒකෙන් තමයි අපි attendance තව විදිහකට mark කරගන්නේ. We are marking attendance in two ways. So one is using this registering feature in breakout rooms.
Teacher, sir, I wrote in Word.
You have to edit the Google Doc, නේද පුතේ? You can later paste it. Come on, passe paste කරන්න.
Okay, sir.
Okay. Edit the note in Google Docs. Online එක edit කරන්න. එතකොට errors තිබ්බොත් මට හදන්නත් පුළුවන්. If there are errors, then I can go to your note and correct it. That is another advantage. Right?
Sir, how am I able to get the note? Shall I put a message to Mrs. Chatruka?
Yeah, sure. You have to put a message.
From Discord, is it okay?
Better using WhatsApp, right?
Okay, sir.
Okay. Then, okay, what are the communication devices? Router and modem. then network switch, network interface card.
NIC.
Yes, NIC, network interface card. So those are network, communication devices. Okay, so that is actually, we need to learn this in grade 6, right? But still, since you cannot remember, some of you haven't come for grade 6, that's why I was thinking of giving that.
So where's the link for editing online?
Sorry?
So where's the link for edit online?
So edit on, actually that's what I said. If you have not received that, what hambune nattam pute, please stop the job, because I can give this version, but you can't edit this one. Make edit karanna bෑනේ වට මේක general note එකනේ. ඔයාට වෙනම copy එකක් හම්බ වෙනවා. When you pay and when you send the slip to Miss Chaturika, she will send a copy. If not received, you have to talk to her, send her message, and she will send it to her, send it to you. Then you can edit that, right?
Okay, sir.
Sir,
Yes.
sir, can you send the note to the chat now?
Then you want make a text එක. It's too long. The first part, let's try to send the first part. Okay. Then the second part. Okay. So last day we learned how to check this number of cores in your processor, right? Last day, because today we are going to learn about the CPU. That is the that is the brain of your computer. You should know how to check your processor. So processor is inside this system unit and then attached to the motherboard. Actually, we learned that through our presentation. So if you can remember that, that's great. If you cannot remember, don't worry, I'll show that again. So watch this video carefully. Right, in this video, you can see how a computer is assembled. You need motherboard, which is displayed here. So that is the main component where each and every device connect. This is the random access memory, or volatile queue. Random access memory. Current එක තියෙනකොට විතරක් මතක තියෙන්නේ. This is that. And this is the permanent storage. That is your hard disk. And this is the processor. This is the brain of the computer. Right? Then a processor dual core. Can you see cores දෙකක් පේනවද ඔයාලට? Can you see dual core?
Yes, sir.
No, it is not visible, right? Dual core කියවට එහෙම core දෙකක් පේන්නේ නැහැ. Dual core means it's like this, right? In your kitchen, you have 2 gas cookers. So that is like dual core. In your kitchen, if you have 4 gas cookers, it's like quad core. In your kitchen, if you have 6 gas cookers, it's like hexacore. In your kitchen, if you have 8 gas cookers, then you call octa-core, right? But in your kitchen, you cannot put 100 gas cookers, then you know the result. There's a lot of power consumption. Even 8 gas cookers, a lot of power consumption. You need a big hotel to like cook like that. You need a hotel kind of home. Unless that, like, that's why I said. So dual core, quad core, better, right? But hexacore, octa-core, it will consume more power. But still you need, but when you are doing like heavy editing, graphic designing, then you need a better performing octa-core, hexacore computer. But normally, for normal task, dual core, quad core is enough. Dual core, quad core, hexacore.
So there are 64 processors. No?
ඔයාගේ voice එක පුතේ lag වෙනවා. කැඩි ඇහෙන්නේ මට හරියට ඇහෙන්නේ නැහැ. Can you send it to the chat? Then I'll check what can be done. Okay, this is how your processor is connected. After the processor, this is the power unit actually. This is what giving the power to your computer. Okay, when you connect the processor like this, right? When you connect the processor like this, then you have to put some glue kind of gum that is transferring, that is transferring heat to the heat sink. Heat sink එකට heat transfer වෙන්නේ okay. Heat sink එක කියන්නේ මේ උඩින් high කරන එක. මේ තියෙන්නේ. This is aluminium plate. So aluminium, this kind of thing, because it is used for transferring heat. එකෙන් මොකද කරන්නේ? It absorbs the heat sink. It absorbs the heat, right? මේ තියෙන්නේ. So because the fan is rotating on top of that, it's absorbed the cool air and release hot air. How it happens? Because this is attached to the processor. Processor is generating heat. Heat is absorbed by this aluminium plate, and when air travels through this heat sink, air absorbs the heat and transfers it to the environment. That's what happening. හුලං මෙතනින් යද්දී ඒ හුලං වලට මේ තාපය උරාගෙන ඒක පිට කළා දාන්න. මේක රත් වෙන හින්දා තමයි එහෙම කරන්නේ. ඒ හුලං අදින්න තමයි to absorb the air, you have a fan there. Right? This is the process of heat sink, right? Okay. Then the fan, and after actually putting all these things together, you can put it to the casing. Casing is like a cabinet. Or casing is like cupboard. We can put or organize the equipment. Equipment එක organize කරන්න පුළුවන් cupboard එකක් වගේ තමයි casing එක. Okay, after organizing all, you can just turn on the computer. So that's what happening here. So what actually one guy was telling that his computer was not turning on, it's giving some lines and all. Probably it's an error of random access memory. It's not connected properly. What you can do is you can remove the random access memory. You can remove the random access memory here. You can remove the random access memory, and maybe you can use a cotton swab or kind of tissue paper, clean it, plug it again. It should work, right? So try it and tell me if you are here in the classroom. Try it and tell me whether it's working. Okay, then this kind of processors: single core processors, dual core processors, quad core processors. What are they? As I said, one kitchen, one gas cooker. One kitchen, two gas cookers. One kitchen, 4 gas cookers. You can do multiple work, but what will happen? It will give you a low battery life because of more consumption of power. So here, this stays cool, less heat generation, less use of power, but it is slow. This is faster, can do a lot of work, but it's quickly draining your battery. So you need more battery to run this. Okay, so let's see what is actually there in your computer. Who's going to share the screen now? Okay, Dulnita, he has taken the chance. Okay, how to check your processor පුතේ? This is Windows 11. Hari අනිත් අය මේකට වැඩි පොඩ්ඩක් වෙනස් Windows 10 වල. In Windows 11 you have to right click on the Windows icon. Then select the task manager. Windows 10 wala. In Windows 10 you have to right click on empty place in the taskbar and then select the task manager. Right. Then you can go to the performance, the second tab. Then you can see here what is his processor pute. Is it single core, dual core or quad core?
Quad core.
Yes, it's quad core. Where? You can see 4 cores here. 1 kitchen, 4 gas cookers, 8 separate cookers. It's like this, right? 1 kitchen. This is your processor. It's 1 kitchen. You have 1, 2, 3, 4 gas cookers. Each of this cooker will have 2 places to put your, like 2 burning spots, 2 places to cook your meat. So altogether 8. You can right click here, Pute. Can you right click here? And change the draft to logical processors. Change the draft to logical process. Then you can see 8 logical processors. 8 logical processors. But actually you have 4 cores. That is called quad core. Quad core i5. This computer is a quad core i5 11th generation quad core processor. Quad core i5. Okay, let's see some other processor. Then තව එකක් බලමු අපි. So we need to analyze as much as possible. This is Ronald's computer. Again, right click and then move to the task manager. When you move to the task manager, again, go to the performance tab. Okay, go to the CPU. You can see it's the main computer. This is quad core and it has logical 4 cores. It's make a make it 1 kitchen, 4 cookers, 1 kitchen, 4 cookers. Each of these has only 1 place to cook. It's like this. 1 kitchen, 4 cookers, only 1 place to burn. So this is quite slower than the previous one, but still this is a quad core computer. This is i3 quad core machine. The previous one was i5 quad core. This is i3 quad core. Okay, let's see something else. Can a newcomer share your screen? Aluten aapu kaata hari puluwan the screen එක share කරන්න. Shevin is not a newcomer. Shevin, are you newcomer? No, it's okay, but they come on share karanna. Okay, right. Gayana. Can you right click here? Anith ayata puluwan, right? All others can do that. Learn through that. Next time I will give a chance to a girl, right? Right click here today.
What's this operating system?
This is Windows 10, right?
8. Windows 8.
This is
8.1.
8.1, sorry.
Excuse me, sir.
Yes. Then
Sir,
select the task.
Sir, my laptop is Windows 10. Sir, next time I share the screen.
Okay, Vidun, I'll give a chance to a girl and then to you, right?
Okay, sir.
Now go to performance. Okay, now you can see it's, what is this? Dual core or quad core?
Dual core.
This is
Dual core.
Dual core, 2 cores, dual core. It is like this, right? 1 kitchen, 2 cookers. Each one has like 2 different cookers, like this, like this. So likewise, now you can see, you can analyze any process. Okay, now chance to a girl who can share, who like to share.
Sir, can I?
Vishal is not a girl, I think. Right. Okay, anyway, go to the task manager quickly.
Sir, can I?
Windows 11. Sir, can share after?
Okay, sure. I'll give it. Okay, I'll give a chance to all then.
Me.
Performance tab today, right? There you can see here. This is also dual core machine. i3 dual core. i3 dual core, right? Not just dual core. You have to tell i3 dual core acting as 4. ඒ කියන්නේ මෙතන ඇත්තටම එක kitchen එකක් තියෙනවා. ඒකේ cookers දෙකක් තියෙනවා. ඒ cookers දෙක 4 දෙනෙක් වගේ හැසිරෙනවා. ඒ cookers දෙකේ අපිට කෑම නැත්නම් ව්‍යංජන 4ක් හදන්න පුළුවන් මේ වගේ. ඒක තමයි quad core. ඒ කියන්නේ dual core ඒ උනාට මෙතන 4ක් තියෙනවා. එහෙනම් තමයි මේ i3 කියන technology එක එන්නේ. නිකම්ම dual core වුණා නම් only 2 cores act කරන්නේ දෙකක් විදියට. 2 and 2. 2 4 කියන්නේ something better. Okay, so let's move to another one. Yeah, sure.
Sir, me. Sir, can I?
Sir, can
ඔක්කොටම පුළුවන්. Okay, I'll
sir,
give
I have
you.
Windows 11. Sir, can I share next?
Sure. So I'll give you chances. Don't worry. Okay, here this one is 4 cores, 8 logical processors. Okay, next one. Who's next? We're on.
Sir.
Okay. Basuru. Koi thing. Gila ne. Task manager ke dhyan no Basuru. This is hexagon. Hexagon machine එකක් තියෙනවා. This is hexagon machine. Right, you can see 6 cores. Right, AMD Ryzen hexacore. The AMD එක හින්දාත් ඔන්න වෙනස්. AMD hexacore machine එකක්. අරකට වැඩි වෙනස් එකක්. Okay, anyone else? Anyone else? Hirusha. This one is make බලන්න. This is i7 11th generation logical processors. This is what? This is actually quad core. Quad core කියන්නේ cores 4යි තියෙන්නේ. ඒ කියන්නේ physically burners 4යි තියෙන්නේ. ඒකේ lip 8ක් තියෙනවා වගේ. يعني 4ක් තිබ්බට 8ක් වගේ වැඩ කරනවා. Right, this is i7 11th generation. Okay. Next. Who's next? Okay, Manu.
Second I.
හරි කීයේ ඉන්නවා ෂෙයා කරලා දාන්න. දැන් නැත්තම් chance එකක් හම්බෙන්නේ නැති. Okay, performance. Okay. Here dual core cores 2යි 4ක් වගේ තමයි ආගේ process එකේ. Okay, who's next? Okay, Dhanuri. 2 cores again acting as 4. Yes, 2 cores acting as 4. Good. Okay. Who's next? Rehan.
I was about to share.
So competitions. that is competition. Okay, then she's again dual core acting as 4. Right? Dual core machine acting as 4. Vinuti.
I touched the share button. I touched the share button, but didn't still share the screen.
Okay.
මම කරද්දි සර් ඩග්ගාලා
එහෙම තමයි. තව කීප දෙනෙක් ඉන්න පුතේ. So only few no. Go to performance. Only a few. Right, go to performance and you can see 2 and 4. Okay. So most of you having like ගොඩක් අයගේ තියෙන මොකද්ද? Dual core i3, right? Dual core i3 or here dual core i7 me. You can see i7 උත් තියෙනවා dual core එතකොට. Dual core i7. Yes, okay, next.
So there are 64 core processors, right?
Yeah, there are like, but not normally we are not using, but there are. Okay, here I think almost all are using like dual core i3, dual core i5, dual core i7, these kind of computers. But these computers relatively cheaper, but cheaper කියලා කිව්වට එහෙම ගණන් අඩු නැහැ. Still I know these computers I think expensive more than 100,000. But if you build a desktop එකක් හදාගත්තොත් ඔන්න මීට වැඩි performance වලට ඔයාලට හදා ගන්න පුළුවන්. ඔය laptop නේ. මේ laptop වල පොඩ්ඩක් මේ performance අඩු කරලා තමයි මේ performance නෑ එච්චර ගොඩක්. Here this is dual core processor, right? This is not I series බලන්න. Dual core. දැන් යනාගේ තියෙන I series නෙමෙයි dual core එකක්. එතකොට 2 cores හැසිරෙන්නේ දෙකක් විදිහට. ඒ කියන්නේ යාගේ තියෙන්නේ physically one kitchen, 2 cookers and acting as 2 cookers. Absolutely 2 cookers. This is called absolute dual core machine. But now we saw a lot of computers, right? ඔන්න දැන් ගොඩක් ඒවා දන්නවා. Okay. Anyone else? Tisa. Okay. How many students are there in the class? I don't know. So I think more than 25 students.
24.
But more than 24 share the screen, I think. Seems. Because I have counted. Okay. Again, dual core i3 machine with acting as 4 processors. Okay, good. So who's next?
Sir,
Yes.
sir, paste note me. Sir, note එකේ කේසින් එකක් තියෙන එක පොඩ්ඩක් paste කරලා මගේ එක cancel වෙලා ගියා.
Okay, who's next? No one is taking chance?
Sir, at last I choose.
Okay. Okay then. I think you can start. Otherwise, again, someone else will take.
Sir, I started.
Okay.
Sir, can you see the screen?
No. Here is share, then the stream. Share can you stream select.
Oh, sir, there are all the icons and I'm sharing the screen.
But we cannot see. Can anyone see?
No, sir.
Answer.
We cannot see.
So there is you are sharing the screen even.
Oh, stop it. Just stop it and try to do it, Ajit.
Okay, sir.
I think there's some error. Otherwise, like,
So can you see the
all right,
screen?
now possible. Now it's possible.
Now okay, sir.
Now okay.
Okay.
Again, yeah, again, dual core i3 i3 dual core i3 with 4. Okay, this is the first time, right? May tika tama walage level leke. But when you go to grade 9 and all, you should know what is these caches, what are the speeds, and what is the memory transfer rate. All of this need to be considered when you are buying a computer, right? Okay. Now clear. We saw different kind of computers and different kind of performances, right? Now you see that
පොඩ්ඩක් කේසින් එක පේස්ට් කරන්න උසාර මදර්බෝඩ් එකේ කොහොමද තියෙන්නේ කේසින් නෝට් එක.
මේකද?
නෑ සර් නෝට් එකේ කේසින් එකක් තිබ්බේ සර්. සිස්ටම් මිනිට් එකක් ඇතුළේ අර පෙන්නලා තිබ්බේ සර්.
කෝකද?
සර් තව පොඩ්ඩක් උඩ එක සරයක්. ඔන්න ඕක සර්.
ඔව්.
ඔක චුට්ටක් පේස්ට් කරන්න පුළුවන්ද?
ආගේ අයින් වුණාද ඒක?
ඔව් සර් මගේ අයින් වුණා බෑක් පේස්ට් කරන්න.
හරි I'll paste it there. Don't worry. So දැන් මට access නෑ මම අරගෙන මෙහෙම කරන්න paste කරන්න.
Miss sir.
Yes.
Sir කොහොමද sir දැන් presentation එකක් හදලා ඒකට මොකක් හරි song එකක් නැත්නම් sound එකක් audio එකක් දාලා ඒක download කරන මොකක් හරි එකක් තියෙද sir?
Presentation එකක් හදලා ඒකට audio එකක් දාලා ඊට පස්සේ
ඒක ඊට පස්සේ gallery එකට ගන්න පුළුවන් විදිහට download කරන්න.
video එකක් විදියට.
ඔව් sir.
You can use PowerPoint. Using PowerPoint, you can do that. Actually, you have PowerPoint in this year, right? Grade 7, we will be learning that. But using PowerPoint, you can do that. If you want, I can share you a tutorial how to do that and all.
We don't need PowerPoint download.
Yes, without downloading that also, you can go to the Google Slides and do that. Right? Okay. So now we have discussed the basic thing about the processor. The next important thing is we should know what are the parts inside the processor. Okay, what are the parts inside the processor? One of the main part actually, so there are three main components. So ALU, CU, and the memory unit. ALU is arithmetic and logical unit, right? ALU is arithmetic and logical unit which perform mathematical operation such as addition, subtraction, division. The ගණන් හදන්න තියෙන ALU එක. Okay, let's say when you smell, this is similar to our brain, right? Okay, when you want to go from candy to Jaffna, right? So when you want to go from candy to Jaffna, you can count using your memory and tell how many hours you need from candy to Jaffna by a vehicle. Just calculate and tell me.
If I 3 hours.
3 hours, maximum 5 hours, right? So 3 hours if no block, no congestion, yes, 3 hours. With the congestion, maybe around 5 hours. Okay, you just calculate it. So that part is there in the computer's processor. It can calculate, add, subtract, divide. It can calculate. Okay. So when you feel, sometimes when you feel a smell.
In a train?
Yeah, in a train, it will take around sometimes 2 hours, express train, 3 hours, maybe. So like that, you can calculate. Okay. So then comparison part means something like this. Okay. So which is more convenient? Is it train or is it bus or is it car or is it something else? A bicycle? What is more convenient to go to Jaffna?
Aeroplane.
Aeroplane. Okay. But landing and takeover will be a problem because Candy, how to land and how to take off. Maybe you have to use a small one. Again, fuel will be the problem.
A car or van.
A cow.
I think train is more convenient. Yes, express train.
Express train is very convenient.
Yes,
Or a
express
bus.
train will be more convenient. Likewise, you can compare. So those are comparison. You compare with express train, with a car, with a chopper, with a maybe flight, or likewise, you just compare using your head. So that can also be done in computer. It can calculate and it can compare. So calculation part is called arithmetic. The comparison part is called logical. Both are there in this ALU component. Okay. So similar to that, in CU is actually, it's like a police officer. So traffic policeman is not driving the vehicle, right? He's not driving the vehicle, but he's controlling the vehicle. How? By signaling. He can use hand signals to stop, to move, to maybe cross. Likewise, he can he can symbolically, or he can signal the drivers and control the drivers. So similar to that, the control unit can signal the other components, just sending control signals. Hey, do this, take this input. Now write to the hard disk, read this from the memory, write to the memory, read this from the input device, take it as a printout. Likewise, it can command, it can send these control signals. According to these control signals, other components are working. And also it understands the processor's language. Processor's programming language, it understands the processor's language, right? That is the machine code, so it understands that. So the next thing is the memory unit. That you show that, Mankiwani, you will be asked this question in grade 9 and all, cache memory, registers, that also they are in the task manager, right? I think you saw that. Task manager ki yata tippa ne deka. At processor ki speed yati tippa.
Yes, sir.
Level 1, level 2, level 3 cache. That is actually the memory unit. Okay, that is the last part that we are going to discuss today. MU, memory unit. Memory unit.
Sir, it is memory registers or memory unit?
Memory unit. In your book, it mentioned as registers. Don't worry, same thing, right? Processor has a high speed memory, and it is also called a static random
Excuse me, sir.
access.
Sir, we have to complete, sir.
Yes.
7th lesson in grade 7 more, sir.
7th in grade 7.
Yes, sir. HTML, email.
Yeah. Which class you are in? Thursday class? Oh, Monday.
Okay,
Sorry.
Monday, sir.
Monday.
Yes, sir.
Monday class we have done, Rehansa. It's already done. You missed that.
Yes, sir.
We have already done, and we have done the revision also. Revision means like we have discussed the syllabus again from the beginning, and only few lessons left. Other lessons we have done. So, but you could have come to the Thursday class and catch it. But anyway, I'll share you the video recordings, right? If you miss,
Okay, sir. Thank you.
So why didn't you join with that? I think you missed that. Okay. Processor has a high-speed memory, and it's also called static random access memory, or SRAM. So please write down SRAM. It has two parts named cache memory and registers. Cache memory is divided to level 1, level 2, and level 3. Level 1 is inside the processor, and level 2 and 3 are attached to the processors. Sometimes level 2 is also inside the processor. Registers are the smallest memory elements inside the processor. Okay, we will learn about this. Actually, we will discuss about this next day. Today, you have to write the lesson. Next,
Excuse me, sir.
Yes.
This notice, press the chat box.
Yeah, sure. So you have to write this or you have to copy paste this. That doesn't matter. But anyway, you have to remember this, right? Next day, I'll be discussing this and explain how this is happening.
Sir, wait.
Okay.
Sir, අරක paste කරන්න බැයිද?
Sorry.
Sir, මේ system unit එකක් තිබ්බේ සබුඩි picture එකක් ඒක paste කරන්න
හරි
බැයිද?
paste කරන්නම් පුතේ මට දැන් access නැහැ file එකට. I'll check the file and I'll paste that, right? So I don't have access now, that's why. Okay, so then Pute, I'll discuss the remaining things next day. And if you have not booked the practicals, there were some students who haven't booked the practicals. I note that. Okay, Binu's practicals, I think I have to book. Binuti's practical, I think I have to arrange. Oh, sorry. Who else didn't put the practical time? Can you send it to the WhatsApp? Then I'll arrange. Okay, Netum's one, I think I have done. I have. Okay, Netum's one too. Sorry. Thisal's one. Oh. Thisal's one also. Thisal's one. I put that also. Okay, if you have not booked the practicals, please tell me, then I can arrange that. I can copy and paste like the session for the moment. Later, I'll arrange Basuru, I'll arrange your one also. Then, see you all next week, Pute. Good night.
Thank you, sir.
Good night, sir. Good day, next class.
Thank you, sir.